What's up, Soul Family and everyone out there in the world? This is the Nihility NTP Tarot, and this is going to be a flight Astro reading from July 11th to the 18th. Now, keep in mind that Mercury is going into the sign of Cancer by the 13th. So, with that being said, all of our thoughts and communication is going towards the Cancer energy, which is initiating, creating new ways of feeling the emotions. So, our emotions will, and our thoughts and the way we communicate is going to be in emotions and creating new emotions with said thoughts in communication. Now, the moon is going to be traveling from Leo to Scorpio. So, it's going to hit, well, right now we're hitting that opposition with Saturn and the moon, so our reactions and responses to the world around us and our reality is opposite to each other. So, as we know, Saturn is in Aquarius retrograding, so this is dealing with past ways of how we gain security through our associations, and the moon is in Leo at the moment of this as this video is uploaded. So our expressions and, well, all of our reaction responses to the world is going towards expressions and whatever we are creatively working towards. So, with that being said, the moon will travel into Virgo, which will then hit that opposition with Jupiter and Neptune. So we're going to be feeling opposite towards past dreams and illusions. Be sure to not bring any past illusions into the present moment, but keep bringing those dreams that you will want to come to fruition into the present moment. And then we are also going to be having that opposition with Jupiter, which Jupiter is retrograding in the sign of Pisces, about to go into Aquarius. So, but the 0 degrees, 1 degrees of the moon being in Virgo, we'll hit that opposition with Jupiter, which then will be feeling opposite towards our past experiences and moral systems. So there's a lot of balancing out that we are going to have to do during this time, between the week of July 11th to the 18th. Now, with all that being said, and one more thing, that the moon is conjuncting Venus and Mars in the sign of Leo as well, so we're having 3 inner planets all in the sign of Leo, and by the end of the week, the sun will be in 26 degrees Cancer, so about next week, we will go into Leo, a couple of days after the time period for this reading. Now, with that being said, I hope all of y'all have a good week this week. Happy Sunday, or I-Day. This day is all about you, okay? And with that being said, let's start off with Aries. One more thing, timestamps will be down below, and feel free to comment. And yeah, if you want, like it, but I really don't care either way. I don't even like to say that, to be honest with you. But let's continue. Starting off with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. So, let's pull out your Neo. Let's see what your first card is for this week of July 11th to the 18th. Alright, so, your first card that you get for this week is the Jack of Spades. So, you've hit the jackpot of opposite energy. Alright? This could be somebody going against what you are doing as far as business. This could be someone opposite towards what you want to do, or if you're trying to jump in a relationship, this other person that's in you're wanting to be in a relationship with may not be having the same feelings for you as you are then. Regardless of what it is, you've hit the jackpot of opposite energy. Now, let's see what your Morpheus is, see what the middle of this reading is about. Okay, so you get the Six of Hearts. So at least you're not letting this opposition get to you, and you're paying attention to opportunities. 6, paying attention to heart, opportunities. Okay, so you could be paying attention to your own gifts, your own talents. You could be, you might have already have felt this opposition, so you're just throwing this on the back burner and not worrying about it, instead of paying attention to your opportunities that you are having when it comes to work, business, or a relationship. This might be 2 relationships that you're dealing with some of y'all, not all of y'all, but whatever it is, you're paying attention to opportunities. Now, with the last card being the Trinity, because we already did the Neo, we already did the Morpheus. Now for the Trinity, we get the 4 of Spades. Alright, so you are thinking about opposition. Alright, so here's the deal. You have hit the jackpot of opposite energy, and you're thinking about opposite things, but in the middle of these two is you paying attention to opportunities. Alright? So what you need to do is throw away these oppositions and just focus on this opportunity that you have for yourself. And don't worry about these oppositions. Alright? Just focus on what this opportunity is, whether it be a personal business, a job opportunity, and even though I don't like magic square jobs, if it's a necessity for you to get ahead in life and succeed, then you must do what you need to do. This opportunity may be another relationship, whatever it is, this opposition, throw this opposition out the window. Okay, now let's tally these up and see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, or who you are dealing with as a whole. So Jack, 10 plus 4 is 14, plus another 6 is 20, plus the 1 is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3, so you could be dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to utilize the Gemini energy to rectify this energy. Alright? So that means to communicate more. Be more about your familiarity, be more about your local surroundings, and communicate about what is going on for you. Alright? Whatever it is, whatever you're dealing with, communicate about it, and you'll rectify this energy. Or you're just dealing with this Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Now, moving on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And Taurus, you're fixed earth, being fixated on your own ways of thinking and being practical. And Taurus was born out of the second house of values and where you plant seeds. So, keep in mind that the moon will be opposite you by the end of this week of this reading that this reading is pertaining to. So, with that being said, you might have some difficulties during this week, since it's going to be squaring and in conjunction you, and then opposite dealing with the moon. So, let's shuffle this one more time and we will begin. So let's pull your Neo out. So So you get the Six of Hearts. You're paying attention to opportunities. You could also be dealing with an Aries as well, since Aries got this card as well. And so you are either paying attention to your personal business or relationship, or you could be dealing with a job opportunity or a opportunity of some sort to get ahead in life. Alright? So you are paying attention to opportunities. Now for your Morpheus card you get is the Queen of Clubs. So you're receiving grand support from a learning process. So you are learning and you're receiving grand support from this learning process. So you may not even know that this is an opportunity, but you're receiving grand support from a learning process in order to figure out that this is an opportunity. Okay? Or you are, actually, cancel that. You are paying attention to opportunities, but you're learning from these opportunities. You're receiving grand support from the learning process. If it was a Queen of Clubs and then the Six of Hearts, you would be learning that this is an opportunity from receiving grand support from a learning process. But since it's the Six of Hearts to the Queen of Clubs, then you're already paying attention to opportunities, but you may very well be learning from these opportunities, or this is just dealing with something different altogether. So, with that being said, let's pour out your Trinity. So, the Trinity is the Three of Diamonds. Alright, so, with the Three of Diamonds, this is something in your surroundings that's a gift. You need to pay attention to your surroundings. Whatever is in your surroundings, there's a gift in said surroundings. So, you, Taurus, is paying attention to opportunities, which then you are receiving grand support from a learning process, and then something or someone in your surroundings is a gift. Alright? So there is gifts in your surroundings, and you're paying attention to opportunities, and you're receiving grand support from a learning process. Not in that order, but that's it, what's going on in totality. Now, let's calculate these cards up to see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, or who you are dealing with as a whole. So 6 plus 3 is 9, 10 plus 9 is 19, 19 plus 2 is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. So, same as Aries, you could be dealing with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to use the Gemini energy to rectify these energy. So that means to communicate more, be more about your familiarity, be more about your local surroundings, but most of all, communicate. Communicate about what these opportunities are and what this gift is and what you are learning. Alright? Or just communicate in general. You will know what you need to communicate, because you will know what energies you are dealing with during this week. So, moving on to Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. So Gemini, you are going to be sextiling this moon in Leo, then you're going to be squaring this moon in Virgo, and then you will be trining this moon, the moon when it goes into Libra, which then finally you will be in conjunction with this moon in Scorpio by the end of the week. So you're going to be going through opportunities, to a learning process, to a misunderstanding. Oh no, a trine, which is going to be a gift, and then the misunderstanding. So Gemini is mutable air, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other ways of thinking and communicating. And then Gemini is born out of the third house of local surroundings, and the familiarity and what's familiar to you, and friends that you are familiar with. So, let's pull out your Neo and see what what's going on for you during this week. Alright, so you, Gemini, are 9 of spades is what you got. So you are ascending into opposition. So during this week, you are ascending into opposition, and this could be you dealing with that square, and then a little bit of a break, and then an in conjunction of misunderstandings, which could possibly lead you into opposition for this week. Now for the Morpheus, you get the 10 of spades. So you get the 9 of spades fourth, and then the 10 of spades. So whatever happens this week, you may ascend into opposition, but you're also descending from opposition. So these pretty much cancel each other out. So this may be you getting a hold of your own thoughts and feelings and creating higher perspectives and creating positive thoughts and feelings, or not worrying about this opposition that you're ascending into and dropping it, and then descending from opposition. So whatever the case may be, those pretty much cancel each other out, so it's a neutral energy at this moment. Now let's pull out the Trinity to see what your final call is for this week. And you get the Queen of Hearts. So you're receiving grant support from opportunities. Alright? So you're receiving grant support from opportunities after rectifying this opposition. Alright, so once you get rid of this opposition, and then you descend from this opposition, you start receiving grant support from opportunities. So, let's see, if this was the other way around, if it was the 10 of spades and then the 9 of spades, then that would be you ascending into opposition indefinitely. But since the 9 of spades came out first and then the 10 of spades, this is saying that those are canceling each other out. Alright, so it's really good to see, because it did worry me for a bit seeing that 9 of spades, but with that 10 of spades being there, there's nothing really to worry about, because you're descending from the opposition and then receiving grant support from opportunities. So let's calculate these cards up to see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, or who you are dealing with as a whole. So 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 9 is 29, plus the 2 is 31, 3 plus 1 is 4. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or you need to utilize the Cancer energy to rectify this. And what does that mean? That means to put more care into whatever it is that you are doing. Maybe you're not putting enough care, so you're ascending into opposition, but once you put enough care, you descend from opposition and receive grant support from opportunities. Now, let's move on to Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. By the way, Cancer, a happy flight day. I hope you guys have been enjoying your season. By the end of the week, we will be again at 26 degrees Cancer, and then by next week we'll be in Leo. So enjoy the rest of your season, all my Cancers out there, Sun, Moon, and Risings. And let's start with the astrology. So, Cancer, you are dealing with you're going to be seeing the other side of your emotions, dealing with emotionally reacting and responding to expression right at the moment, and then you will be going into the moon. When the moon goes into Virgo, you'll be sextiling this, so you'll have opportunities with your emotional reactions and your actions. And then you will go into a square when the moon goes into Libra, so you're going to be having to learn from the emotional reaction and responses to the world around you while it's in with the moon being in Libra. And then by the end of the week, you will be trining the moon being in Scorpio. So, with that being said, that would be a gift for you with the moon. And yeah, let's continue on by talking about what Cancer is. Cancer is cardinal water, initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions. And Cancer was born out of the 4th house of private and family, and whoever is close to you that you consider family. So, let's shuffle these cards 2 more times, and we begin. Once again, happy flight day to all your Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Risings, and I hope you have a good week this week as well. Okay, I just poured all the points out. Anyways, we'll just go one by one. So, for the first card that you get is the 7 of Clubs. So with the 7 of Clubs, you're getting preview to some information that has got you learning. Alright, so you're learning from whatever information that you've been previewed by. Maybe somebody told you something, maybe you found a video on YouTube, or watched one of the Soul Fam, and you're learning from the information that they're handing to you. Whatever it is, you're getting previewed to some information that you're learning about. Now, with the next card being the Morpheus, you get the 2 of Hearts. So something or somebody else is an opportunity. I feel like this is somebody else. So somebody else is an opportunity in your life during this time. Pay attention to somebody. If it's not or if it was something, it would be in your surroundings. But since it's a 2, it's somebody else. So somebody else is an opportunity during this time. And then your final card that you get is the 7 of Hearts. So, with the 7 of Hearts, you're getting previewed to some information that's an opportunity. Alright, so you're having 2 7s, so you're having a lot of information for you to be previewed to, that you're going to be previewed. You're having a lot of information that you're going to be previewed to. Yeah. Excuse me. But with this information, it's going to make you learn, and the information is also going to give you opportunities. And in the middle of it all is somebody else that's an opportunity. So, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, or who you are dealing with as a whole. So 7 plus 7 is 14, plus another 2 is 16, 6 plus 1 is 7, so you could be dealing with the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Libra energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? That means create a more balance, being more about harmony, and being more about moderation during this time to rectify this energy that you got going on for this week. Now, moving on to Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. And Leo, you are conjuncting this moon, excuse me, you are conjuncting this moon in Leo, and then you will be seeing another side to the way you feel with the moon being in Virgo, and then after that you will be sextiling the moon in Libra, so you have opportunities with your actions, and based off the moon being in Libra, and then you'll be in a square energy. Yeah, square energy, because we're talking about Leo, with the moon in Scorpio. So you're going to have to be learning during the time that the moon is in Scorpio with your actions, based off the moon, which is your emotional reactions to the world around you. Now, let's shuffle this a couple more times, maybe one more time, actually. And then, let's talk about what Leo is. Leo is fixed fire, being fixated on its own ways of feeling the emotions. And Leo was born out of the 5th house of expression and whatever you're creatively working on. So, with that being said, let's shuffle this one more time, and we will begin with the reading. So, Your Neo is the Four of Hearts, so you are thinking about opportunities. 4, thinking, heart, opportunities. So you could be thinking about a personal business, a goal or aspiration, something that you want to do, or a job that you may need to get into. Again, I don't like magic square jobs, but if it's necessary for you to move forward, then you got to do what you got to do once again. But whatever it is, you are thinking about opportunities. So your next card is the 6 of Clubs for the Morpheus. So 6 is paying attention to, club, a learning process. So you are learning during this time, paying attention to a learning process. So you've got opportunities on your mind, and you are learning from whatever you are paying attention to. Now with your last card, but definitely not least, which is the Trinity, is the Jack of Hearts. So you've hit the jackpot of opportunities. So you're thinking about the opportunities, you're paying attention to a learning process, which has then got you into a jackpot of opportunities. And it's a really, really good reading, because that means that you have a lot of opportunities, and you're just learning how to, I feel like you're learning how to implement these opportunities into the world, to be honest with you. Now, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with as a whole. So 6 plus 4 is 10, plus another 10 is 20, plus another 1 is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. So that is a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury that you're dealing with, or you need to utilize the Gemini energy to rectify this. So that means to communicate more. Be more about your familiarity, be more about your surroundings, and communicate, most of all. Okay? Communicate about these opportunities that you have going on for you, so that you can implement them into the world while paying attention to this learning process. Or if it's not that, you just need to communicate as a whole. You will know for each of y'all has a different story individually. So, with that being said, moving on to Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. So Virgo, you're seeing another side, the more expressive and feeling side to your thinking and practicality with the Moon in Leo. And then with the Moon in Virgo, you will be conjuncting this when the Moon goes into Virgo. So you're going to just be more paying attention to your own energies when it comes to your reactions and responses. Then the Moon will transit into Libra, which then you'll be seeing a more communicative side to your thinking and practicality. And then when the Moon goes into Scorpio, you'll be sextiling the Moon while it's in Scorpio, so you're going to have opportunities when it comes to the way you think and practicalize stuff, or practicalize things. Whether it be your actions, your reactions, your personality and personal interests, or the way you think and communicate. So, that being said, Virgo is mutable Earth, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical. And Virgo was born out of the 6th house of work, schedule, and routine, and day-to-day routine, as well as health, if I didn't already say that. So, shuffle this one more time, and we will pull your cards for this week of the July 11th to the 18th Light Astro reading. I just did it again. So used to doing that. Anyways, your first card is the Jack of Hearts. So, you've hit the jackpot of opportunities. Alright, so this is really good to see. Whether it be a business opportunity, a personal business opportunity, opportunity to go after your goals and aspirations, whatever it is, you've hit the jackpot of opportunities. Your next card that you get is the Queen of Diamonds. So, you're receiving grand support from a gift. So whatever you're spending time in as far as a gift, you're receiving grand support from said gift. Whether that be a business, a relationship, a goal, aspiration, whatever it is, you're receiving grand support from that gift. And before that, you've hit the jackpot of opportunities. But your last card in your trinity is Jack of Spades, hitting the jackpot of opposite energy. Okay, so with this being said, you may be all of a sudden feeling opposite towards this opportunity or gift, or this could be something different altogether. Like this could be you diving into your gifts and opportunities, but in the meantime, with whoever you're living with perhaps, or whoever you're dealing with, like this could be your business and this could be your relationship, or this could be your relationship and this could be your business, you know. So whatever it is, you've hit the jackpot of opposite energy. So let's tally this up and see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy. Mind you, they're all court cards, so this is a big energy during this week. So with that being said, let's calculate it. So that's 30 with the Jack 10, Queen 10, Jack 10. So that's 30 plus the 2 from each Jack. So 31, 32 plus the 2 from the Queen is 34. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So you could be dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Libra energy to rectify this energy. So that means create more balance, create more harmony, be more about moderation when it comes to whatever you're dealing with. Now, moving on to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, you are going to be sextiling this moon currently while it's in Leo. So you're going to have opportunities to be more communicative and express your communication more. Then when the moon goes into Virgo, you're going to see the more practical side of how you communicate and think. Then when the moon goes into Libra, you will see, you'll just be playing out your energies, and they have the chance of being amplified during the moon in Libra. And then when the moon goes into Scorpio, you'll see the more deeper emotional side to how you think and communicate. Now, with that being said, let's shuffle the cards a couple of times. I want to talk about what Libra is. So Libra is cardinal ale, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and thinking and communicating. And Libra was born out of the 7th house, which is the house of relationships, partnerships, and whoever you are relating to. Now, okay, so you guys seem a little impatient because those cards came out, but I don't need all of those cards. Alright, so let's start with the first card, which is the Neo, 8 of Clubs. So you are spending a whole lot of time in a learning process. Alright, so you are learning heavily during this time while the moon is in Leo to Scorpio, and through the dates of July 11th to the 18th, you're spending a whole lot of time into clubs, learning. So, at least you're learning, at least you're not being lazy or sitting on your ass. So, let's continue on with the Morpheus, which the Morpheus is the 4 of Diamonds. Alright, so 4, thinking, you are thinking about diamonds, gifts. So you are thinking about gifts. So you're spending a whole lot of time into a learning process while thinking about gifts. Okay? Now, let's move on to the Trinity to see how this energy or this reading is wrapped up. and you get the 9 of Hearts. So 9 ascension, so you're ascending into hearts, opportunities. So you are ascending into opportunities. So this is really good to see. So this learning process that you're spending a whole lot of time into is actually being beneficial for you, which then has got you thinking about gifts, which is then ascending you into opportunities during this week of July 11th to the 18th, when the moon goes through Leo to Scorpio. Now, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, or who you are dealing with as a whole. Now, 8 plus 9 is 17, plus another 4. So 21, 2 plus 1 is 3, Gemini. So what the fuck is up with your Geminis in these readings? So Gemini was for Aries, Gemini was for Taurus, and Gemini was for Leo, Gemini was for, so Aries, Taurus, Leo, and now Libra. They all have this back, like this secret story going on for some reason. So what is going on? Anyways, you're dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to utilize the Gemini energy to rectify this. So that means to communicate more, be more about your familiarity and your surroundings, but most of all, communicate about what you want and what you desire. Alright? So that could be what the learning process is to communicate about what you are wanting to do when it comes to these gifts that you have, so you can ascend into opportunities. Now, moving on to Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. So Scorpio, you are, with this moon in Leo, you are learning how to be more expressive with your deep feelings. And then when the moon goes into Virgo, you will have the sextile, or opportunities with those deep feelings of yours towards being more practical about them and adding more earth energy to them. Then with the moon going into Libra, you will see another side, the more communicative side to your deep emotions and feelings. And then, alright, so you guys are scattered as well. The whole deck just pretty much came out. Half the deck. You really want me to talk about this whole pile? Really? Like, that would take me at least like 15-20 minutes to talk about all of that. So, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not. We're not doing that right now. No. So, let's pull out your Neo. Thank you. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. We're not. No. That's a no. Anyways. Let's pull out your Neo right now. Alright, so your Neo for your one card, not 15-20 cards, is 10 of clubs. You are descending from a learning process. So whatever you've been learning about, you've learned it and you're descending from a learning process. Your next card, which is the Morpheus, is the Ace of Diamonds. So you are the gift. Alright? So you descended into you've descended from a learning process and have realized that you are the gift. Then with your Trinity, you get the 7 of clubs. So you are being previewed to some information that's got you learning. So you've descended from a learning process. You realize that you are the gift, and then you are getting previewed to some information that's got your warning. So you went from descending to warning to realizing that you're a gift to into more warning. God damn it, Scorpio. Anyways, let's continue. Let's just calculate this out and see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, or who you're dealing with as a whole. So 10 plus 7 is 17, plus the ace is 1, so that's 18. So 8 plus 1 is 9. So that's a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. Or you need to utilize the Sagittarius energy to rectify this energy. That means to travel externally or internally. You've already warned. What are you warning about? You've descended from the warning process, but you're going to get privy to some information that's got you warning. But you're sitting here in the middle as a gift. What the fuck? Okay, Scorpio. Use the Sagittarius energy to rectify this, which is travel externally or internally. Or you're just dealing with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. So, God. Alright. Okay. Let's move on to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. Let's get that energy out of here real quick. You know what? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get some sage. No. Saging myself out real quick. back. I had to go stage myself out real quick. Like I said, there'll be timestamps down below. Now, moving on to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. So, with that being said, Sagittarius, you will be trining this moon in Leo, while the moon's in Leo, and having that gift to be more expressive with your mutable energies when it comes to mutable fire. And with that being said, when the moon goes into Virgo, you're going to have to learn how to be more practical with those mutable visions of yours. And then when the moon goes into Libra, you're going to have a sextile to an opportunity for you to or opportunities when it comes to dealing when it comes to your mutable energies. And then when the moon goes into Scorpio, you're going to see another side, more deeper emotional side to those mutable energies dealing with the fire, which is passion and visions of your energy. Now, a Scorpio reading kind of fucked me up. Not gonna lie. So, anyways, Sagittarius is mutable fire, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other people's ways of feeling the emotions. And then Sagittarius was born out of the 9th house of long distance travel, both externally and internally, higher wisdom and higher knowledge. Now, let's pull out your cards. Starting off with the Neo. Okay. Alright, so you get the Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades. Anyways, Ace of Spades. You are opposite towards yourself. Alright, so you're being opposite towards yourself. You're being your own worst enemy at this time, with between the dates of July 11th to the 18th. Next is the Morpheus, and for the Morpheus you get the 2 of Diamonds. So somebody else too is a gift. So you're being your own worst enemy, and somebody else is a gift. Alright? So whatever that is, whatever that means to you, stop being your own worst enemy and realize that this other person is a gift. And with the Trinity, you get the 8 of Clubs. It's spending a whole lot of time into a learning process. Alright? So you are opposite towards you. You're being your own worst enemy. Somebody else is a gift. And you are learning a whole lot. So Scorpio and Sagittarius are just flunked out this week for some reason. Like you, opposite to yourself, being your own worst enemy, flunked out. You're flunked out right now. And somebody else is a gift, and you're spending a whole lot of time learning. Alright, so let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, or who you are dealing with as a whole. So 8 plus 2 is 10, plus an ace, is which is 1, so that's 11. 1 plus 1 is 2, so Taurus. So you could be dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Taurus energy to rectify this. So what does that mean? Be more about your stability, and be more about stabilizing where you're planting seeds at, to rectify this energy. Now, with that being said, moving on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So with Capricorn, you are in conjuncting this moon in Libra at the moment, so you're misunderstanding how to initiate a more practical way when it comes to how to express this initiation. And then when the moon goes into Virgo, you'll be trining this, so you'll be able to have a more mutable and adaptable way of initiating your practicality and ways of thinking. And then when the moon goes into Libra, you'll be squaring this energy, so you're going to be learning how to communicate about the things you're initiating when it comes to being practical and thinking. And then with the moon going into Scorpio, you'll be sextiling this the last moon phase for this week, which is in Scorpio, by having opportunities to be more deeper into your emotions when it comes to your ways of initiating thinking and being practical, or your practicality. Now, no big boy, I'm working. So, pull out the Neo for your first card to see what you are dealing with for this week. Alright, so your first card is the Nine of Clubs. You are ascending into a learning process. Okay? So with you ascending into a learning process, you are obviously learning. So there's not much else to say about that. Maybe you're learning about how to implement a business, or learning about a relationship. You would know. So with the Morpheus as your second card, you get the Queen of Diamonds. So you're receiving grand support, Queen, from a gift, Diamonds. So you are ascending into a learning process, which has then got you receiving grand support from a gift. Alright? So you could be learning from about this gift, and you're then learning that you're receiving grand support from this gift during this time. You would know. So for the Trinity, as your last card, you get the King of Diamonds, giving you grand support to a gift. So you're ascending into a learning process, which has then got you receiving grand support from a gift, which has got you giving your grand support to a gift. So this could be a business, a relationship, whatever it is. You're learning and receiving, you're learning and then receiving grand support from a gift, and then giving you grand support to that gift. So, like I said, you could be learning that this gift is helping you, and then you giving more energy to this gift during this time. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, or who you are dealing with as a whole. So 10, King, Queen, 10, 20, 29, and then 31, and then 34. 4 plus 3 is 7, so you could be dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Libra energy to rectify this. So that means to create more balance, create more harmony, create more moderation, be about balance, and be about relatability, and creating that moderation with whoever you're dealing with, or just with yourself. Now, moving on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So, I forgot to mention with the Capricorn energy, which is the 10th house, but since we're already over that, let's move on to Aquarius. It's my bad, Capricorn, about bad business and status, if you're still here, but yeah. Let's move on to Aquarius. So, Aquarius, you are opposite this moon in Leo at the moment, so you're going to be feeling opposite to the ways of how we should react and respond at the moment. And then when the moon goes into Virgo, this will be in conjunction, so you're going to misunderstand how to be practical in a mutable way when it comes to your fixed air energies, your fixated ways of thinking and communicating. And then with the moon in Libra, when it goes into Libra, you'll be trining this energy, so you will be having the gift of reacting and responding when it comes to your fixed air energies, by having the gift to communicate more about it in an initiative way. And then when the moon goes into Scorpio, you will be squaring this energy. Yeah, squaring this energy. So you're going to be learning how to add more deep emotions to your fixated air energies. So, with that being said, Aquarius is fixed air, being fixated on its own ways of thinking and communicating. And Aquarius was born out of the 11th house of how you're seen in the public arena, as well as who you associate with and your associations. Now, with that being said, let's pull out your first card to see what's going on with you during the week of July 11th to the 18th. Now, let's pull this first card out. So, you get the Ace of Diamonds. So, you, Ace, are the gift. Diamonds, you are the gift. Just keep that in mind regardless of how you think or feel, that you are the gift. Your Morpheus card that you get is the 8 of Hearts. So you are spending a whole lot of time into opportunities. So you, being and knowing that you are the gift, you're spending a whole lot of time into opportunities. So this is all life. This is really good to see. Now with your Trinity, as in your last card, but definitely not least, you get the 3 of Hearts. So in your surroundings, 3, those opportunities, heart. So you, knowing that you are the gift, are spending a whole lot of time into opportunities. And in your surroundings, there are opportunities in said surroundings. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this energy, which I don't know why you would rectify it, you just want to help it. But all you need to, let's see who you are dealing with as a whole in general. So 8 plus 3 is 11, plus the 1 is 12, 2 plus 1 is 3, so Gemini. Gemini's, you could be dealing with the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury's. Or you need to just use the Gemini energy to rectify this energy or to help it. So that means to communicate more, be more about communication, be more about what you're familiar with, and be able about your surroundings. So remember, there's opportunities in your surroundings, or just communicate as a whole. Now, I know Gemini has been into a lot of readings, so I don't know what this Gemini energy is about. Maybe it's something dealing with this new moon in Cancer that we just went through or experienced, and has got us in the energies of needing to communicate about these new feelings that we're in, which makes a lot of sense. But whatever it is, Gemini has been in Aries, Taurus, Leo, I'm going to say Cancer, now Aquarius. It's been almost in half the zodiacs. So, with that being said, let's move on to Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. So, with that being said, Pisces, you are in conjuncting this Moon in Leo at the moment, so you're misunderstanding how to express your mutable energies when it comes to feelings and emotions. And then when the Moon goes into Virgo, you will be opposite towards the Moon energies while the Moon's in Virgo. So with Virgo being thinking in practicality, and you just wanting to be immutable and adaptable with your emotions, that's opposite energies. And then with the Moon going into Libra, you will be in conjuncting the Moon once again, and will be misunderstanding how to initiate communication when it comes to your mutable feelings. And then whenever the Moon goes into Scorpio, this will have a gift to be more deeper into those emotions and feelings that you're mutable and adaptable with. Now, Pisces is mutable water, being mutable and adaptable to its own and other people's ways of feeling the emotions. And Pisces was born out of the 12th house of the subconscious, dreams, illusions, fantasy, and creativity. Now, let's pull out your Neo to see what card comes out first for you. Alright, so your first card that you get is 10 of Hearts. You're descending from opportunities. So this is really not good, but this is the first card, so don't worry. because this can be rectified and we still have 2 more cards to go through in continuing with the reading. But you are descending from opportunities as it stands at the current moment. Now for your Morpheus, you get the 8 of Clubs. You're spending a whole lot of time into a learning process. Alright? So you spend a whole lot of time into a learning process because you descended from opportunities. Alright? So at least you're learning. At least you're not letting this ascension get to you, and you're learning how to rise above once again. Then for the Trinity, you get the 9 of Clubs. Alright? So 9 is ascending into a learning process. Clubs. So you're descending from opportunities, spending a whole lot of time into a learning process, and then also you're just learning a whole lot altogether because you're ascending into a learning process as well. So you're learning a whole lot from this ascension, from this opportunity. Now, let's see what energies we need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with as a whole. So 8 plus 9 is 17, plus 10 is 27, 7 plus 2 is 9. So that is Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. Or you need to utilize the Sagittarius energy to rectify this. And that means to travel either externally or internally, or be more about your faith or wisdom when it comes to this week's energy. Now, with that being said, that will be the end of this flight astro reading. Shout out to DoelowDaPilotman for implementing this reading into the world. And I just want to give him a shout out. Shout out to Shonda Rhimes Astrology. Shout out to Anita Flying Eye. Shout out to Esoteric Cloud Surfer. Shout out to Azrael WXYZ. Shout out to the whole Soul family. And I hope you all have a good week during this July 11th to 18th. And with the moon in Leo going into Scorpio, traveling through the signs to Scorpio. And with that being said, I hope this helped, aided you in your way, and brought you any clarity. And until next time, I wish you all the best. Happy Sunday. Happy, and with that, like I said, with that being said, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.